very difficult for the Quest if they're unable to find the kills quickly enough.
Dangerous caught peeking, though, taken out with the one-tappers to make their way onto the site now. Bullets and Hybrid both with some refrags. Refrags going both ways, a 2v2 now, and those two Ts in that corner of the A-bomb side boiler. Couple of players in pit to deal with. A nice, clean one-tap onto Spongy there. Is he aware of the second player?
I think Dogs of War,
well.
they're pretty satisfied with the kind of control that they have. They're starting to get grips on the A site now. Exceed is crossfired with Voltage, but that's one of the crosses now over. But Exceed quickly assassinating both players. Hybrid only has 6 seconds left, so he has to force down the bomb, and that might be Snakes pinning him down on site. He's holding the left side, so Hybrid has no choice but to go inside the site. But now they know exactly where he is, and they're looking to pounce, and there it is. Snakes holding down the angle.
Making their way towards that A side. Exceed on the boost goes down immediately, only finding a bit of damage onto Dangerous. Making their way through Arch now. Voltage on the op finds one. Does he re-peek? He's not so sure. His teammate rotating in. Voltage will re-peek now. A fantastic flash coming in. An early man advantage here for the Quest as the aggressive Arch push yields some control, but not a bomb site just yet. Spongy on the site trying to get some work done. He's been tagged just a little bit, dancing around the boxes, manages to find one. Rascal with the refrag. A 3 versus 2 now as the bomb goes down, planted for pit. Dangerous rotating towards that boiler with some incoming CTs.
Yeah, and they really have no choice but to take some sort of duel, but they just can't find a comfortable one. Grim.
So they'll make their way around Arch. That's going to be one for Voltage on the op. Sees 2 more players coming, repositions very, very well. Not quite ready for the re-peek yet. Crouch speed comes out. A little bit of free fire from Hybrid won't be quite enough. He finds the trade now onto Exceed.
There's a second player on site. That's Grim with the AK-47. But if he's not... see, if he can't find the kills quickly enough, he'll get overwhelmed on site. And that's a free AK-47 now recovered for the Dogs of War. And the Quest looking to retake. They do have a lot of utility left, and they'll likely be using all of that to make this successful.
Yeah, a notoriously difficult site to retake. The molly goes down towards Nubox, but there's nobody there. Dangerous getting flashed in now, finding a bit of damage, but it's Spongy that finds the frag. Now, this is looking good for the CTs on this retake. They are, of course, just up against pistols. That AK player taken out. It's only going to be Rascal. He's picked up an M4, but he's not going to do anything as Spongy.
They're not going to expect Grim to be behind that.
Not at all, as he finds 3, essentially ending the round, barring an absolutely godlike play from Win. You were dead on with that prediction. They were not ready for Snakes, and Win was not ready for Spongy. Another aim, but not quite a frag, and that's going to be the B site in the hands of the Dogs of War, finally playing some mind games here.
Wow, Grim is doing some significant harassment right now through the smokes. He's already brought 2 players down to a very uncomfortable level, I imagine. Now, Snakes is looking for that pick, but the only problem here for me, Jake, is that they've used up all their utility. Now they have to just gun out and try to clear all these angles one by one, but they might just be too difficult to clear unless they peek out like this.
Yeah, what a flick from Grim to find that headshot on a Hybrid. Rascal, fortunately for his team, is there to trade. And I dare say these 2 remaining CTs will fall back to save. As you mentioned, no utility in their hands, which we know is very necessary for taking the B site. Snakes catches a peeking Dangerous. Going to be a man advantage for the T's. They're smoked out on Banana, but they're going to go right through it. Snakes with a rare miss on the op. Grim, fortunately, there to clear things up. Snakes 3 peeks. Grim frags another.
That's
just
it.
like that, Win finds himself the sole remaining player with no time left.
Yeah, there's literally no time. There's no way for the bomb to get planted.
Up that B side corridor. Win is ready to peek, and peeks right into the crosshair of Grim.
Nice contact play coming out from the Quest. I like that play a lot from Grim and Snakes. Back in the streak of rounds. Voltage with another uncharacteristic miss. He will fall quickly to Dangerous, but they're trying to come up brackets quickly. Flashbang is effective to blind Spongy, but Exceed is still Ray-Bans on, hanging out with his gun out.
Yeah, that'll force them to think twice. Meanwhile, Grim making his way down Banana, but Rascal find more than one frag. He's found one and the bomb there. Knows better than to re-peek immediately. Spongy swings. Exceed does as well. And once again, it's going to be a pretty straightforward cleanup. But it leaves us in a 1v1.
Oh.
And Snakes has just barely missed that op shot. So the bomb will go down on the A site. We'll see what Snakes has in mind on the retake. He's going fast and hard towards that site right now. So much confidence, but Rascal knows exactly where he is. Molly comes in now, Rascal peeks, but 3 CTs now on this A site. It's going to be a bloodbath. Roy into the site, goes insane. He finds one, but it's immediately refragged. Hybrid with a refrag of his own. Win successfully planting the bomb on site. And these T's are definitely set up for success right now with 1-man pit and 1-man graveyard.
Oh.
Yeah, Spongy not quite spotting the jumping player. He will now, but he'll be taken out by Insane. Dangerous in his bedroom to swing out and frag Exceed as well. Definitely success against that Hull stack.
Voltage almost just killed himself with his own grenade because he got tagged down and his nade bounced off his own wall.
Unlucky.
That is super unlucky. Now he's 19 HP. He knows he's wounded, and Hybrid will just assassinate him from all the way down Moto. And that is the A site open for business. And it seems like Dogs of War are on their way to an 8-7 finish. A pretty good half for both teams. I think the Quest would have liked one more round here at least, but Dogs of War, I think they're mostly satisfied with an 8-7 finish on T side.
Yeah, they have to be, especially considering that things early on really weren't going their way. Snakes and Voltage were just making all kinds of hero plays with those AWPs, but they both slowed down quite a bit. Grim climbing to the top of the scoreboard on the CT side, but it's going to be 8-7. Hybrid Gust early on finds the frag on the repeak, though. Grim with refrag elsewhere. Rascal finds one of his own. Spongy continuing to frag Grim with another. Things going the way of the T's early on in this round. Insane posted up behind that smoke at Moto. He's going to need to make a play here. As Dangerous rotates in from mid, he will find these T's in very passive positions. 2 men on the site. Sort of similar to what we saw from Dogs of War on their T pistol round. Snakes and Spongy ready to trade one another, knowing they have that man advantage to work with. Grim in the graveyard, though, with a disgusting Glock shot onto his sand. Dangerous finds one, but is quickly taken out by Spongy, and the Quest finds the pistol on their own T side. Flashbang comes in. There it is. Insane will do a good job of avoiding it and find one of the 2 on the CZ for Insane. That is what you call insane. Snakes and Voltage clean things up fairly well, but Voltage has a significant amount of pressure with his current map presence. He's going to give his team what was a 3-on-2, but is now a 2-on-2 towards B. Rascal and Dangerous both finding frags, and just like that, it's completely shut down, and they battle back here.
Wow, wins up close and personal. The AK-47 finds 1 kill, and that's going to be the extent of that. Actually, Rascal ends up finding a kill from all the way down in Library, but it's down to 3 versus 3. The Molotov will cause a little bit of pressure, but I think the bomb can still be planted regardless, and it will be planted for these pit positions. Now, Dogs of War still have a lot of utility on hand, and they know that Spongy's wounded as well, so this is going to be a retake attempt, no doubt. And it's going to be an important one here for the Quest, as this round loss right here would only bring Dogs of War closer and closer to that victory. Wow. And that is mopped up Dangerous.
Voltage making his way up Arches. Insane finds one from pit, quickly traded by Spongy. One more player on the site to deal with. That's going to be Ren quickly one-tapped. Getting a clean haircut from Grim as Voltage finds Dangerous elsewhere. Exceed plops down the C4. Voltage looking towards Banana. Dangerous not quite ready enough.
Now, flashbangs are coming out. The remaining players are starting to flood over towards the B site, and Win finds 1. Exceed trades back, and Exceed doubles out onto Insane, but Hybrid will not let this one step too far out of control. Voltage peaks with the element of surprise.
Through spots Hybrid at Newbox, hops up and takes him out. Flicking heads, making his way onto that site. Rascal debating between spamming and playing retake. Not able to find any damage through that smoke. Grim, though, finds the frag. And the CTs continue to fall. A crucial round for Dogs of War is slipping away right before their eyes, and it looks like they're just going to attempt to save here. Plenty of time for him to rotate to either bomb site, but as we've seen a few times, it's going to be only Spongy towards A, and he finds the frag onto Rascal. That's actually huge, because now these CTs have to pay so much more attention. Rascal, or Spongy rather, with another Spongy with 3.
Wow.
That is insane on the lurk from Spongy. He's just a one-man wrecking crew, and he has likely just won the match for his team. Velox win with other ideas, though. lurking through that smoke, but can only find one.
No, that is
And Insane.
so unlucky.
Insane is going to have his work cut out for him. What an impressive play from Spongy on the lurk. He's finding 3 frags by himself. Insane still alive after the aim duel. 13 HP to work with. 2 men left to kill.
This is a tough one. And yeah, Voltage is posted up. Insane has no way to push off that upper.